Hello, family and friends. This is new to me. This is my way of video scrapbooking for future generations of Navas who will hopefully see this one day and realize that their grandparents and parents were actually cool and did stuff. But in all seriousness, this is a way of compiling every picture or video that we take during family events or family trips in a way for our future family to enjoy it. And this is dedicated to them. Today is about our trip to Tucson, me and Jackie, to go see Third Eye Blind, one of my top 5 favorite bands of all time, and our trip to Casino del Sol Resort in Tucson, Arizona. The trip took place between April 11th through April the 13th, and I hope this is fun. This is the first for me, so we'll see how it works out. So, getting started, this is us going into New Mexico state line. I was not driving and taking pictures at the same time, so future kids and kids don't text and drive. Of course, we went to go see Third Eye Blind at the Rialto Theater in Tucson, Arizona. Just a little history that I just realized. On April 13th, 1998, Jackie and I were in Las Cruces, New Mexico, moments away from seeing Third Eye Blind headlining a show at the Pan Am Center when we got a call from back home that Albert Jr. was not feeling well and was, I guess he had a fever. So being I was going to say overly cautious, the cautious and careful parents that we were, we decided to put our fun aside and go back home and make sure that our child was okay. Flash forward 25 years later, almost exactly to the date. Here we are in Tucson, attempting to see Third Eye Blind perform a headline set in Tucson. So we arrived at the Casino del Sol Resort. Why the Casino del Sol Resort? Well, first of all, it's a casino and had crap tables for Jackie. Here is our room. We just slept. Restroom accommodations were fine. They provided free water, or you could pay $5 for premium water. Little joke here, Mrs. Albert Nava on the phone display. Erica was our housekeeper. Of course, there was a Holy Bible in the drawer, as always. Elevators are very important. Important in the way that they're fast or slow, they're great. Here's the elevator panel. No badging, you just pick your floor. Interesting sign in the elevator. Warning, please do not jump in the elevator. I did follow those directions, but was tempted. The casino floor. You'd think you were in Vegas. Slot machines, of course. This was fun. This reminded me of Caesar's Palace. They actually had a really nice setup. And of course, this was your mom's favorite place of the whole trip. The craps machines. Look at that smile. Look at that glow. Beautiful. First day of the concert, we went out to have brunch. Went around town. This is the downtown area. This is Jackie talking to Albert Jr. on the phone as we're walking to the restaurant. We finally settled on this place called the Cup Cafe, located at the Congress Hotel. This is Mom, hungry. We ordered calamari as an appetizer. It was really good. Your mom ordered a chili bean soup. This is us, smiling. In the back, there were these people having a conversation that was catching your mom's attention. One of the gentlemen was claiming that Ronald Reagan was the best president we ever had. They started going into different conversations about Hispanics and whatnot, and your mom was very intrigued. At the end of lunch, she did not confront, but start up a conversation with them, asking them if they were from here and if they recommended anywhere to eat. They had a good suggestion, but we didn't take it. For brunch, I had a Cuban sandwich, and your mom had, surprise, surprise, a Caesar salad that she kept comparing to the one at Peter Piper, and it did not do it justice, so it was a little unsatisfying. Some decor in the restaurant and hotel. This is a cow. This is a phone booth. A statue on the phone booth. Now, this sign was on a street near the casino, and I couldn't figure out what it meant. Leading left turn arrow. Was not sure if that meant yield, only turn on arrow. Me and your mom, I consider both of us educated people, and we could not figure out what this meant. Also, your dad got a ticket for going 95 miles per hour, but that's a different story. Don't speed. The night of the concert, for dinner, we went to a place called Oregano's. Good Italian food. Your mom had an alcoholic drink. Look at my face and look at her smile. But it was just one drink. For dinner, we had this wonderful artichoke and cheese dip with pizza crust sticks that served as like a tostada type of thing. It was really good. Your mom loved it. And we had some ziti pasta. It's getting close to the show. It's the Rialto Theater. The Rialto Theater has been open for 101 years. It opened in 1922. It is host to over 700 concerts. Some examples are the Black Crowes, Linkin Park, the White Stripes, Maroon 5, Dave Chappelle, and Morrissey. And tonight, it would be a band by the name of Third Eye Blind. We have been fans of Third Eye Blind since 1997. The first time I heard the song Semi-Charmed Life, I went out to Sella Vista Mall with your mom, and I purchased the actual CD, the self-titled CD, which is now, in my opinion, one of the best rock records of all time, or at least since the 90s. Little band history here. There are only two original members of the band. The first is the drummer Brad Hargraves. I believe he's only in the band because he's been able to put up with this guy, Stephen Jenkins, who is the founding member of the band, and he is a whopping 58 years old. Keep that in mind. Okay, we are in the venue. As your mom's in the restroom, I walk to the floor of the venue, and you see the stage. It looks pretty nice and lit up. Here's the soundboard where all the magic happens, and this is the view from our seats, right about maybe 20 minutes before the show starts. Stop the music right there. Did you notice the delayed reaction of the lights and the actual music kicking in? I thought that was odd. I needed to point that out because I thought that was weird. Also, the intro to the song, that's Can You Take Me from the Ursa Major album, a favorite of mine. I think it's my second favorite Third Eye Blind album. It's also a favorite of Mr. Samuel Nava. And strangely enough, this is the song that they opened with when I took Albert to go see him at the old Club 101 on Airway back in the 2012, 2013. Anyways, enough, back to the music. I know what you're saying. Oh my God, he's going to take us through every single song of this show. I am not. The show was 2 hours long. I just want to give you a 5-minute summary to make you feel like you were there with me and Jackie. This next song I wanted to spotlight is a song by the name of Say It. It's on the Dopamine album. It was released in 2015. Man, 8 years ago. But it was a favorite of mine. Really good album. Anyways, this song, Say It, has an incredible guitar solo by Chris Reed, who's been a guitarist since 2010. And it's just goosebumps. So this next clip is just that. It's the solo and it's the outro of the song, which I totally love and I totally get into. So, without further ado, here's the vid. Now, for a really cool part of the show, halfway through the show, they broke out into this acoustic set. They all got to the front of the stage and played about 5 to 6 songs acoustic. This clip that I'm about to show is the very end of them covering Your Love by The Outfield. So you might catch it, and then you get a little glimpse of what the experience was like. It's really cool, really neat. Next, a very recognizable song, Never Let You Go from 1999's Blue, done very well. Now, a very cool start, a very good intro to a song, the first song off the self-titled album, Losing a Whole Year, released in 1997. A very underrated deep cut that is very popular, but it wasn't one of the hits, but it starts off the album and it's great. Okay, same song. Love the breakdown of this song. And here is the outro, which is similar to the breakdown in the middle of the song. It's just really cool. Like the lights, like the energy. Here it is. Alrighty, hopefully you guys are still with me. The next song I'm going to spotlight is one that you might have heard of, Jumper. 2 different videos, all great. Here you go. All right, now for the breakdown of the song Jumper. It's one of the first times that the crowd actually looked into the concert, which was a little disappointing, but here it is. It's really cool. Enjoy. And finally, you guessed it, the outro to Jumper. One of the famous outros in music, if you ask me. Enjoy it. speaking of that crowd, this is one of the most annoying things that was happening during the concert, people walking in front of me. Anyways, for our last song, you guessed it, the famous Semi-Charmed Life. Obviously, essentially their best hit, and I still enjoy. So, here it is. And that's it for the show. Great show, over almost 2 hours long, about 25 songs. All the mandatory songs were played, enough deep cuts were played. I was very satisfied. First time I have ever sat through an entire show, but that was the commonality of sitting up in the balcony. Meanwhile, back at the casino, my lovely lady playing craps at the machine, still playing craps at the machine, praying for those numbers to hit, praying that it'll happen, now worried that it won't happen. But there I am. You can call me an enabler, but I'm having fun. She's having fun. We had fun. Next morning, in and out for lunch or brunch. And guess what? My number was 24. Hint, hint, 24, Kobe. Food was great. Name me one place where you can eat for $15 for two people. That was the place. We were happy. There's Jackie eating her fries. She's smiling. Mmm, fries, good. Finally, we pumped gas. $4.49 a gallon. And we spotted this at the tank. And that was it. Thank you for sitting through this. This was significantly longer than I thought it was going to be. My goal was 5 minutes, and here we are at the 17-minute mark. But I had fun doing it. I want to move forward doing these things and saving these things as a video scrapbook for ourselves, for our young ones, for young baby Nava coming into our lives. We love you. I love my family. Till we meet again.